sometimes people don't want to give me negative feedback, and I want it. I have to ask them incessantly. Hey, what am I missing here? Hey, what could I do better? Oh, you're doing really good. That's nice. How could we make it closer to perfect? What would perfect look like? Sometimes people don't want to offend you or hurt your feelings or something, and I don't know. That coaching team is not there to say nice words to me. I want results. And they don't got to say a lot of nice words to me. If they say a couple nice words, that's great. Honestly, my real emotional preference for that is, I'd like them to say, this is going well, keep doing that, and then fix two things. I'd like to hear like one thing, like, oh, that's going good, do that like that, keep doing that this way, make sure you keep doing that, and then a couple things to fix. And my brain likes that cadence of like, one thing to remember to keep doing, a couple things that we got to make it better. My brain likes that. If somebody just tells you you suck, and that's all you do, but the pieces to fix are a lot more valuable to me than whatever's going well, if that makes sense. I more or less know what's going well, and in some cases I know that I got to fix, but they can see, further ahead than I can in the path of like, well, we got to fix this or that too, because there might be a 2 or 3 step delay before their consequence happens. But if we fix the thing 4 steps back there, then there's no problem, Those are difficult to find by yourself without somebody who's already lived that life or done those things, I don't think balance is a terrible thing later in your life, but to have the sort of resources that you'd like to have, you're probably going to spend your 20s and 30s with a very unbalanced life. And that, later on, if you want to have fill in the blanks on things that, pick a few things that are important to you that you can do at a high level, that might be spending time with your family, that might be, financial resources for your family. Like, I had a couple people around me that's like, the holidays, my kids. And I had a couple of construction guys that are this way. I was like, hey, asshole, if you love your family, you'd be here working and getting it done. Not sitting around eating cookies and being a role model, being poor and drinking alcohol and eating cookies and call that like quality time with your family. So if you loved your family, you'd be doing something productive and industrious so you can do something for them later. Since you don't love your family, you go drink alcohol and eat cookies. I'm not anti-alcohol, by the way. Like, I have maybe 3 drinks a month or something. I'd have more if I thought it'd make my life better. But it's not enhancing your productivity, But yeah, if you do normal shit, you get normal outcomes. Like, there's no other way around that. Stop playing mind games with yourself. For some of you that are still doing that, and everybody does this, I've done it plenty. But for any of you that are still doing that to yourselves, that like, pretending you're super special in some way, there's something special is going to happen to you. Like, yeah, every asshole would like to think they're special. Every homeless guy thinks they're special too. Every homeless guy thinks they're special. Some of them think they're Jesus. Plenty of people in mental institutions think they're Jesus. So, if you want this, go earn it. As the Charlie Munger said, I love the Charlie Munger quote you brought up before, that like, best way to get what you want in life is to deserve it. The world's not a crazy enough place to go around highly rewarding a bunch of undeserved people. And just coming to terms with that of like, oh, the best way to get what I want in life is to deserve it. Like, what would be a higher probability outcome of getting the you want than like actually earning it and being like no, like of course I have the thing, I did the things to earn the thing. There's not a better path. There's not a better shortcut. That is the shortcut, is like stop arguing that with yourself or pretending you're very special or some savior is going to come help you. It's like, nobody's coming to save you, homie. You only get so much time, and if you only want to look at things that affirm your delusions instead of try to understand, I agree with what you're saying, that it's important to try to understand, like, all right, what's the reality here? what does reality look like? How do we look at this as objectively as possible? Just cut through the shit and the noise, be like, all right, here's the main key things, And a lot of people don't want to do that. So it's very normal that a lot of people are just like, they want information that makes them feel good in the short term, and they'd rather ignore information that doesn't. And you do so to your own detriment. That I try to be as neutral as a human can be. There's some things that are happen to be, reality or objectively true that you wish were different, but it doesn't matter what I wish. Like the more I can understand how things actually are, the better judgments I can make. So I really try to focus on that. I don't have to like it. I don't have to like reality, but you can't ignore reality. Well, Ayn Rand has an old quote about that. She says you can't ignore reality. So you can ignore reality for a period of time, but you cannot ignore the consequences of ignoring reality. Yeah, if you want to be in that position, be that person's best option. If you want to be in a relationship, if your lover or business partner or teammate and from some social sporting event or whatever the it is, local softball league, if you want to be in the right position, like be the best option. And then, and the people that don't like that, when you say something like that to somebody and they want to argue about it, they're just like, oh, this is a person, like, there's your red flag. Like, here's a person who's dedicated that they don't want that to be true because they don't want to have to do the work to actually be the best person for the thingy. So they want some subsidy program, some karmic subsidy program that gives them things that they're entirely undeserving of.
You watch this video all the way through, and that tells me you're dedicated to learning more and earning far above average outcomes in your life. Congratulations for that. But now it's time to take action. If you could have earned those results by yourself, you would have done it already. My head coach has opened up a few spots on his high-demand calendar for an in-person, one-on-one strategy session to help you. On this call, we'll give you the pragmatic advice that you can implement tonight to get laser-focused on the right metrics and leave mediocrity far behind in your past. Click that link right now in the description below and apply for your call immediately. Do it now.